What's up, folks? Welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully you guys are having a good start to your weekend. In today's video, we do have a piece of news here from Plarium. Plarium has been dropping more news on the weekend to the content creators, so make sure you guys stay tuned to your favorite content creators so you guys get the news on the weekend. But here we go. We got a little bit of news here. I'll post it right here. So next Monday, March 24th, we are planning to launch a Awakening Boost event. Now, this seems pretty obvious, pretty logical, considering that they got everybody to basically spend their soul stones during the most recent deck of fate for Khan the Branch Breaker, the Void legendary champion. So if you spent your soul stones, then you wouldn't be able to partake in the 2x boost. I think it's pretty obvious that this was kind of their playbook. So anyways, they are offering a 2x boost for the 5 and 6 star souls from the small ones, the mortal soul stones, and the immortal ones, as well as the 6-star boost from the big boys. Now, the big boy boost is usually, it hasn't really happened. It only happened once around Christmas time. It only happened once, and now that's kind of set like a precedent for the big ones. Previously, the big ones have never gotten a boost, but now they are looking to probably do regular boosts on the Eternal Soul Stones. That's pretty cool. Anyways, this is a 4-day event, guys. 4-day event. Now, right now, we don't know if there is a corresponding champion chase event or another event that's going to go along with this kind of boost that's happening starting on Monday. But a 4-day boost is a little bit peculiar, I think. Usually it's 2 or 3 days, but in this case, it is a 4-day boost. Keep in mind that CVC is happening on Tuesday. Quick shout out to Tuesdays. I will be streaming CVC, so make sure you guys drop on by. But there is a CVC happening, and it's non-personal rewards. So since it's non-personal rewards, if you guys have soul stones and you guys are going to pull, you guys might want to maybe space out your soul stone pulls just so you don't accumulate too many points during the non-CVC, non-PR personal reward CVC. Just a thought, might not apply to everybody, but it's something good to know. In any event, let's check out quickly the Player and Play calendar. So I got the calendar up here. People should be finishing up their Fabian fusions pretty soon here. We got basically all of the Fabian fusion events live already. So if you guys are still completing it, or if you guys are nowhere near completing it, you guys would know by now. What is interesting is that in the champion chase, I never made a comment on it since it did appear, is that it has no association with any further event. What I mean by this is that some of us were expecting some kind of overlap between a potential Titan event for Fabian's 5-star soul. This is just business as usual for Plarium. Usually they stick the 5-star soul for a sought after champion in a full Titan event. Titan events are basically like mini fusions. And they've done in the past basically connected fusion events with the Titan event. So in this case, they did not actually put any Titan points or any Titan event scheduled so far in any of the fusion events. This is good. This allows me straight up to just skip the champion chase in terms of shards. You can see here I've saved. I haven't pulled basically anything. I will only be getting points for the epics that I will be fusing up today. And then my plan will be to save the Fabian fusion for CVC, just to get an easy 30k points, even though it's not super, super important. It might be helpful for some of you guys to save the Fabian fusion so that you can pull it during CVC. The time frame does overlap, so just keep that in mind. Maybe it's helpful for some lower clans to get the easy win there or the easy points. But like I said, guys, right now there's currently nothing going on in terms of a Titan event or another event associated with the fusion events. So if we look forward, Monday we'll definitely know more, maybe even Sunday, but it looks like it's going to be not a Titan event. The reason why I say this is because the raid 6th anniversary calendar actually ends on Tuesday. Now, it's not out of the realm of possibility that they throw a 1-week long event, but there's only 1 week left. So I don't think they're going to be a full-blown Titan event. What might happen is maybe some form of Heroes Path. Although I think with the Heroes Path, Plarium is probably, in my opinion, losing out on some participation from people, because Fabian's 5-star soul probably warrants most people's participation to complete a full-blown Titan event so that they can get the soul. Pretty impactful soul, of course. if you guys have the resources to do it. So my guess is probably some kind of heroes path, maybe towards the back end of the week. So we should probably expect to see the Monday Soulstone boost for 4 days, and then that's going to coincide with the end of CVC. And once CVC ends, I would fully expect some kind of heroes path, probably here, probably Friday through the weekend, some kind of heroes path for the Fabian 5-star soul. If they don't, I would be really surprised. Now, how can we prepare for a potential heroes path like this? So we know that there is a training event happening tomorrow. So this means that Sunday, probably through 3 days or so, we will have champion training. So this will put us somewhere in around CVC. So right after CVC, they could start another training event alongside whatever Heroes Path event that they have, or it's probably going to be maybe some kind of dungeon diver event, perhaps. So my guess is the Heroes Path for Fabian's 5-star soul likely will happen next weekend, and it will likely be shard related, of course, because usually they do shards and stuff over the weekend. And it's likely to be either a dungeon diver or a champion training. So those two put together will most likely happen. Just my guess. And of course, it's going to be a summon rush next weekend and all that. So it's going to be probably get some kind of boosted progressive right now. But let's look back at the calendar here. But what else is interesting is, like I said, the whole Raid 6 anniversary event will end on the first week of April. Now, them skipping a Titan event is actually kind of peculiar, which kind of leads me to believe that maybe there is something big happening. Now, big could be, big for me means that it's, my guess would be some kind of collab. And it wouldn't be a collab like Alice, because Alice is intellectual property, IP or whatever, is public domain. So that's up to Plarium to decide the dates. Now, I'm thinking that Plarium may be having a collab with a with an IP that had maybe like strict dates, and it just didn't line up with what Plarium had in mind. Maybe Plarium had in mind a full Titan event, but perhaps the IP wanted everything to be 1 week earlier, therefore they can't do a full Titan event. So I think something big is probably happening the first week of April. Now, could it be related to anything from what we saw in the new video, What's Next in Raid? Make sure you guys check out my reaction video if you guys haven't seen it already. It's pretty surprising, but I don't think all these updates will happen anytime soon. It's probably spaced out through the year, for example. Anyways, guys, just some quick thoughts and predictions on what's happening. Hopefully you guys are finishing up your Fabian fusions and all that. Obviously, if you guys are in a position to get his soul, I would definitely recommend to do so. And like I said, we probably expect to see something next weekend for it. Once again, the 4-day double boost on the soul stones, all the soul stones will be active. It's interesting to hear people's perspectives on how they want to use their soul stones. Some people are very animated about using them for the champions, which actually kind of makes sense. And I'm totally on board with that, because you're basically trading in the double chance with the soul stones for a guaranteed champion. Now, quick comment on this is basically, I wouldn't use the soul stones as my primary source of points to acquire champions. Obviously, it is preferable to use the soul stones when they have best boosted chances, because when you have these soul stones and they're pretty limited unless you're a big spender, you want the best chance of getting something impactful from them, and having a boost on the 5 and 6 stars gives you the best chance when you're pulling. So when you're pulling outside of those events, you're not getting the best chance, but you are getting a champion in return. Now, obviously, unless you're a big spender, you're not going to get access to many or all of the champions. So getting champions is very important. So I'm kind of torn on what is the best way of using the soul stones. But for me, I did save my soul stones for the 2x event, just because, again, it is the most impactful for me to get the 5 and 6 star big souls, instead of in my opinion, a more mid-ish champion like Khan in the Deck of Fate. But you guys can let me know in the comments below. Once again, 4-day, 96 hours, starting on Monday, 2x boost on the soul stones. Best of luck to you guys. Hopefully I'll see you guys during the CVC. We'll be streaming that as well. And yeah, we can maybe look forward to a potential collab. No idea though. Of course, I'm just guessing, but we'll know more in the coming days. Anyways, guys, have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys in the next video.